All right, Heroes to Hive students. I'm out here at our Escanaba yard, getting ready to get into this beehive here. I just took the top cover off. We had some activity here in the top box. We took a split from this about a month ago. Let's see how she's doing. All right, so my bees are up here in the fourth box. They are drawing comb right now. They're working on about 4 frames right here. So I don't need to go in here. I can keep going. Again, the information that we're looking for is all in the brood chamber generally. You get an idea of how many frames of bees we have here. I've got about 2 frames of bees in this box. All right, you can see this box is full of bees. Likelihood that this is a brood chamber, pretty unlikely. Generally, we talk about the size of a brood chamber in general terms, and generally you're looking about the size of 2 basketballs stacked on top of one another. So I'm not actually going to go in here, and I'll know real quick if this is this honey soup or if this is all honey or not, just based on the weight of it. These 8-frame hive bodies that are deeps, they can get up to about 80 pounds when they're full of honey, and you'll know that the second you lift it up. All right, this is actually pretty light, but I can see that a lot of this is fresh comb, so likely they're working on this. I'm going to go ahead and take this off and get down here. All right, so now I do see some brood here on top. You can see a little bit of burr comb here and bridge comb in between the frames here. I'm going to go ahead and scrape this off and just take a little bit of smoke here. And what I do see right away coming in here is multiple eggs in each one of these cells as I'm taking off this bridge comb. So I may have a laying worker situation here. Likelihood is that I do, based just on that one thing that I saw there. So let's go ahead and break into here. We may have lost a queen here at some point, and we may be queenless. So let's check this out. So that's just honey. Honey. All right, so I have brood. It is all drone brood. Backside, all drone brood. And it's small drone brood because it's in worker cells. No eggs. Lots of drones hatching. A queen cell down here, or a queen cup, but nothing in it. All right, some queen cups down here, nothing in them. A lot of small drone cells. Okay, so based off of this, you can see that, if you can see this in here, but they look kind of like worker cells, but they have dome tops on them. Those are drone cells, and if you just have a question as to whether it's a drone cell or not, go ahead and pop one open. And you can see just by the eyes if it's a drone, if it's close to being open. I can also see that there's some chewed down cells in here as well. So this colony is under a little bit of stress. This is a very big colony. We've got 2 boxes deep here of bees, but it is a laying worker situation, is what it appears to be. Again, looking for any signs. All right, so I have some queen cells down here, and in these queen cells, I'm going to try and get a picture of this, and then I'm going to send this to you with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this queen cell, and then I'm going to take a photo of it, because it is littered with eggs. This one queen cell has 4 eggs in it. This queen cell has 4 eggs in it. So let's stop the video. I'm going to take a real quick snapshot of this so you can see these in here, and then we'll keep moving on. Really, there's not much left to do here. This is a queenless colony that is in a laying worker situation, so it's hopelessly queenless. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to combine it with a queen right colony. It's my only option in this situation. So that's where we're at on this big colony. It looked like we probably had a pretty robust colony here at one point, but at some point we lost a queen, and it's been quite some time. It could have been shortly after I did the split. But right now, this is a dead situation here. All right, so let me take those photos so you get a good idea of what that is. And then, like I said, we'll do a newspaper combined with another colony that is queen right here in the yard to rectify this. So got to see something that was pretty screwed up, when in actuality this looked like it was a pretty good colony by the naked eye. But again, I'll get some of these photos and include this in this video of this close-up stuff, like these drone cells that I'm looking at that are very small, and these queen cells. All right, have a good one, Heroes to Hive students.
So as I said in the video, you can see clearly here, this is the queen cell I was talking about, that there are 4 eggs in this queen cell. You see 2 at the bottom and then 1 on each side. That's a clear indication that you have a laying worker situation, which is what we had in this colony. Additionally, these are the drone cells that I was talking about. So these cells are in worker cells. So they're a little bit smaller than your typical drone cells. And that's also an indication of a laying worker, because those workers are laying in all of these worker cells. They're not actually drawing out drone cells during this time. So you'll find that you have small drones and that they're being reared in worker cells.